Hey, thanks for coming back for another edition of the Horror Debate. I am Jeff Rowdy J. Keir. He is Michael Mandy, and we are doing...
Zombieland.
Yes,
Directed
we
by
are.
Ruben Fleischer. Came out this year in 2009. Still in theaters, actually. Starring Woody Harrelson, everyone's favorite hemp smoker.
Oh, I love this film, Mikey.
Woody was smoking some hemp
You know,
when he
if it
read
wasn't
this script and went, okay.
If it wasn't for Woody, this wouldn't have worked.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, Woody's come a long way since he played Woody Boyd on Cheers. It's a little wimpy mousy, you know, sure, Sam, whatever you say, Sam. Yeah. Boy, that's really cool, Sam. You know, now he's come on. He's really come into his own, hasn't he?
I was a little confused when I saw the preview to this because I wasn't sure whether it was going to be like full-blown 100% comedy, like, you know, like a Shaun of the Dead kind of thing, or whether it was going to be a mixture, kind of like Drag Me to Hell, or whether it was going to be like, you know, I had no idea.
Well, you knew it wasn't going to be serious like Dawn of the Dead.
No, I knew it wasn't going to be 100%. No, I didn't say suck. I said serious. Now, I didn't say that, you know, I'm going to go in the theater and sleep for an hour and a half. I knew that wasn't going to be the case. This looked good from the trailer, but I was just wondering, I was a little worried as to how much comedy they were going to really throw in there. But you know what? It didn't really matter in the end because everything they put in there worked.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was funny. And God darn it, if Bill Murray didn't show up.
Yeah, the spoiler warning there. Although now it's all over the internet, so I guess it's not really
exactly.
a spoiler anymore. But
I mean, that made the movie for me.
Yeah, that was the best line. Okay, Bill. I know we're jumping ahead, but he shows up dressed up like a zombie, and which he stole from Shaun of the Dead when he said, "Yeah, you just dress up like him, shuffle around, go, and they leave you alone." That's perfect. And then he says, "You look just like Eddie Van Halen."
And that's right. I remember that.
He said, "You know, I saw Eddie Van Halen last week. Really, how is he?" He's a zombie.
Hey, I saw Eddie Van Halen on 2.5 Men, and he is a zombie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say it right now. I love the guy. I love you, Eddie, but please bring Sammy back, will you? Anyway, so Zombieland. What is the plot, Mikey?
Well, the plot of this movie is basically the world has been decimated by zombies, and there's this teenage kid running around, and his name's Jesse Eisenberg, and he's just worked up these rules on how to survive the zombie outbreak, and he's got nothing better to do. He's in Texas, so he says, well, maybe I'll go up to Columbus and see if my family's still alive or what's going on. So he basically is hitchhiking, and Woody Harrelson comes driving up in this truck.
With his number 3.
Yeah, big number 3 on the side.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's kind of a road trip movie.
Yeah.
And they meet some interesting characters along the way.
And they keep getting their freaking car stolen, which was cracking me up by these 2 chicks. You know, I loved that. Yeah. You know, the plot of this movie was it was a little all over the road, but it really worked because it was like, you know, it was almost every zombie cliche. You know, in a way.
Yeah, there were a lot of zombie cliches.
But made funny.
Yeah, but the thing is, this movie doesn't make fun of the zombies.
Right.
It's just how these characters who have a bizarre sense of humor deal in the real world.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. I put myself in this situation. If I'm driving down the road and the world is all decimated by zombies, and I see a Hostess truck crash by the side of the road, I'm sorry. I agree with Woody. I'm stopping to see if there's any Twinkies inside.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would do.
We can tell just by looking at you, Mikey, you are a fan of Twinkies, okay? Let me tell you. But, yeah, I don't like those little coconut things either, but to be honest with you.
Snowballs.
You know, I'm not a big fan of snowballs. You know,
you like ho-hos.
Oh, I love the ho-hos and the cupcakes.
I know. You should have seen his birthday party. There were lots of cupcakes and ho-hos. and they were expensive.
And they were expensive. And they wore chocolate. Anyway, the way I looked at this film, like I said, it was a very lighthearted romp, but boy, did it have some good gore. It has some great laughs. Again, acting top notch. I thought Woody he's gold these days.
Yeah.
You know, put Woody in a movie. You're making money.
Yep.
Right? I mean, I don't know what he's getting paid, but you're making money. You know, and the young guy was cool. The ladies
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, him.
It was too bad.
The Eisenbergs have eyes, or the Eisenberg have hills, or yeah, you know. And then the girls were great.
Yeah,
you know,
Wichita and Little Rock.
Yeah,
everybody,
Little Rock.
Everybody in this movie, their names are of cities where they want to go.
Right.
Because in this apocalyptic zombie world, no one wants to stand around.
Yeah.
Except Bill Murray.
Yeah.
He's the only one who's content to live in his house. Yeah, I just went and played golf.
Yeah.
You know, and now, hey, he's got a movie. Yeah, let's watch some of my old movies. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Ghostbusters. Let's go.
You know, I got to say, you know, again, I think that, you know, you make fun of something, and again, you didn't make fun of the zombies, but you make fun of something, you poke fun at it, it becomes popular even with that group that loves the hardcore stuff because it's done in kind of a tongue-in-cheek, fun way, and you're still maintaining all the gore. They're not disrespecting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was going to say. They respected.
Yeah.
They weren't making fun of the zombies.
Yeah.
And they weren't insulting the audience's intelligence.
Exactly.
So,
and from minute one when it's coming up with the rules on the screen, I'm cracking up.
That
I'm
was
loving
original. My wife watches this TV show that I don't watch any of these TV shows now that she watches, but one of them, I don't know, it's one of these cop shows or something like Numbers or something, where the credits are in like the title of the building as they're walking by.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what these are. When the guy says the rule, you know, like rule number 4, always check the back seat, and all of a sudden the words magically appear to the left of him.
Yeah.
Always check the back seat.
Yeah.
And then it fades away. And then later on in the movie, whenever he does anything, you know, when they're running down the street and Woody says, hey, get in the car, and all of a sudden he stops, and then he looks in the back seat, and the words appear, and then he jumps back in and keeps going.
Yeah.
I thought that was clever.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about this movie without giving a lot away, and this is definitely one I don't want to give a lot away on because, man, it's just fun to get the surprises, you know? And it's also one they did the trailer.
And you already spoiled 2 of the surprises right here.
Right, just by doing the review, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do it without spoiling something.
Yeah.
And even in the trailer, this is at least one trailer that was done semi-right. They did give away a couple of the real funny kills, but there's a whole lot more where that came from, so don't worry about that. You know, some of these movies, like Friday the 13th in particular, you saw every kill in the freaking trailer.
Yeah.
Right? And this one, you're not
or
getting
the
that.
only one scene of value in Paranormal Activity, they show it to you in the trailer.
Oh, that's a different debate,
They
Mikey.
gave you the money shot in the trailer. It's come on.
Yeah, but don't even tell me you had an inkling of a clue where that was going to be put in that movie.
I had every clue where it was going to be in the movie.
You've never had every clue. That's a whole other different debate.
Yes, it is. But I'm just saying, idiots don't put all the best stuff in your trailer.
That's what I said.
And I'm agreeing.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, so Mikey, overall, I mean, you got to say this is one of the most fun times I've had in the theater recently. Is watching this thing with a full blown crowd. You know, I think they were all high on something, which helped. And
I'm sure Woody was encouraging it.
You know, secondhand smoke out of this film, man. I mean, come on.
You know, going to see a Woody Harrelson film is kind of like going to see a Cheech and Chong film.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you know what you're expecting,
right?
And he expects you to also, I guess.
So you know, I loved it. I had a blast. I think they did everything just about right.
Everything except a major plot hole at the very end of the movie.
What was that?
And that is, if there's only 2 people in an amusement park, someone's got to be on the ground to start
the
ride. I'm sorry.
You know what? I thought of that when I was watching the film, but for some reason now it just slipped my mind. But you're absolutely right. Yeah, somebody has to be there to control the freaking ride.
Right. I mean, they show both of them on there having a great old time. And I'm going, who's stopping the ride?
You know, isn't that funny that you and I would think of something like that? You know, most people wouldn't even consider it.
Well, I love amusement parks.
Yeah,
I go to them all the time.
Absolutely.
I have season passes and stuff.
Absolutely. But that didn't hurt the quality of this film.
No, still go see the film.
Yeah, absolutely. This is 4 out of 5, Mike. This is a blast. This is a good time. Like I said, you're gonna laugh. There's so many like pulp culture references,
but not so many that it gets in the way of the film.
True.
You know, I'm sorry if you stick Dennis Miller, I can't stand him for more than 5 minutes because every other word out of his mouth is a reference that I've never heard of because it goes back to, well, you know, Socrates' younger son, Eratosthenes said this and this.
See, once again, Mike, you're wrong because I love Dennis Miller. You know
who Socrates' son is?
No,
and what he said.
But that's the
Dennis
part.
Miller does.
That's part of the fun of it, Mikey. That's part of the fun of it. Yeah. It's just like what? Who else used to do that? Oh, who still does
Will
it?
and Grace.
What's his face? Lewis Black still does that sort of thing, right? Where he'll make a really obscure reference. You know, I mean, it's like
I don't mind a obscure reference, but it seems Dennis Miller comes with them one after another after another.
He's smart.
Well, he is
smart, and you got to, you know, if you really like the joke, you'll go find it.
Yeah,
you'll go look it up.
Yeah, but the thing is, then Dennis Miller looks at you, and if you don't get it, he's like that, ha 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 ha. I'm better than you are. I hate smarmy.
No, I love him. I love him.
All right.
All right. So anyway, I'm giving it 4 out of 5. What are you giving it?
Yeah,
Mike?
this is a good 4-star movie. I agree with him.
Good for you. Okay.
I will forgive the plot hole. I was going to take one away just for that plot
you did
hole.
take one away. Otherwise, it would have been 5 because you know you had a good time. You know you laughed throughout the entire film.
Not the entire film.
You laughed. You laughed a lot. You were holding it in.
I laughed at a lot.
You didn't want to belch that popcorn belch. You were holding it in. Trust me on that one, because I had a blast.
All right.
Even the people I was with who don't normally watch a lot of horror films, and I had to kind of talk them into going to see this thing, and I told them it was going to be kind of lighthearted. Even the people I went to go see it with, boy, at the end of the film, they were smiling and having a good time going, that was a fun ride.
Boy, I thought for sure you would rip this one apart when I saw the preview, and we got to go see this movie. Yeah, we got to see this movie. And I just sit there going, oh, boy, you're going to rip
because
it.
I watched the trailer, and I could tell by the trailer that it was going to be the type of funny that I liked.
Okay.
You know, not the stupid funny, but the kind of funny that was like how these things were getting killed and the methods behind the madness. That's what I like. You know, it had enough intelligence to it to keep us going.
All right. It's a good movie. Check it out.
Absolutely.
I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week. The Horror Division.